Batting sixth.
Watching you guys, I'm going
It's like the wind was blowing right through him.
Will Benson.
Hot upstairs.
Good. I feel good. I think, only the last inning I just missed a couple pitches. You know, uh, with the double, we're trying to go in, and I think that pitch was stay in the middle. But first time in the mound after 6 months, I feel good. I mean, everything was good, and just move forward.
How many did you throw?
41 pitches.
Is that enough?
Yeah. I told the guys, hey guys, you gotta be ready because it's gonna be a lot of ground balls today. So we always gonna play, and it was fun. It was good.
Next one get up to 65 maybe? Or
I think so. Yeah, 65 or 55. I don't know yet, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
So you started your process a little early because of the World Baseball Classic, right? When did you get started with your, I guess, ramp up?
I got one more in 5 days, but like I said, I've been ready, before, and we throw a couple bullpens in Arlington and work on some pitches, and I think everything's going in a good direction. So we just need to stay healthy and see how it's going to be everything in the World Baseball Classic.
This was your first time in a game with the pitch clock, right? It didn't seem like it bothered you. You seemed like
no, because I like to pitch. I like to have good tempo. And with the club, I take advantage with that. I can play with that, and I know it's new for everybody, but we're gonna get to the point where we can, work with that and feel comfortable. But it doesn't bother me.
You got a strike on that too.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's a bonus, huh?
when I saw him, I went like, oh, okay, thank you. But I throw pitch in, broke his bat, but he got me with a hit. But I think it was a good pitch too.
It's your first time pitching to Mitch Garver in a long time. How did he look back there to you?
Good. I mean, he know what I like to throw. He know what is my routine in the home plate, and he having me in 2019 too. So he's a smart catcher, man, and he looked good behind home plate, and hopefully he's gonna be ready to play with us in Arlington too.
Is there any trepidation about wrapping up this early in the Classic and then you got to?
I don't think so. I think you got to stay focused, no matter what. I'm going to represent Venezuela. It's going to be the same routine that I have here. Nothing's going to change, and just building up for the season.
Sure.
After catching today? Yeah, I did feel good. I got to be honest with you, I was pretty nervous. That's the longest I think I've ever gone without playing baseball. So we're coming up on 8 months here. So to get behind the dish, game speed, with a lot of things to take into account. We got the pitch comm, the pitch clock. Obviously, it made it easier. I was catching Martin. I've done that before. But just like the whole getting back into game speed.
Some of the home run felt extra good then too?
It did feel really good. Yeah, I got to say I was pretty happy with that. Just from the approach and some of the things that I worked on this offseason to be able to, hit a pitch like that in the air was pretty good.
You mentioned it a little bit, but you were not away from the game that long, relatively speaking. A lot of change since the last time you caught. How did you do with the pitch clock and with all that?
It's something that our staff has really prepared us for, just getting ahead of the game, understanding the speed of it. And, we were working on it in the bullpens when we got here. So I think everybody's adapting. Like I said, with Martin, it made it a little bit easier because we're familiar with each other. But there's definitely going to be some bumps on the road.
Yeah. You got a strike call, I think, on the pitch, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Do you have to be really cognizant of all that stuff going on? I mean, is it a lot to keep your head around?
So yeah, the guy got a strike called on him, put him down 0-1 with 2 outs. I mean, we were straight attack mode on that guy, which was great on that side. But also on the flip side of my last at bat there, the pitcher got down to 1 second, and he quick pitched me. And so that part of it is also an adjustment you have to make because you see, I'm looking at the clock out there. I can see where the clock's at, but also I'm kind of focusing on the pitcher. And he got to 1 second. He just picked up his leg and went, and I was a little late on his fastball.
Sounds like maybe catching was a bigger deal than hitting the home run.
Yeah, for sure. Getting the gear on. Making the throws to second base, getting up each inning. So I would go down, sit down, cool off for a little bit, and then get back up. And just, seeing how the elbow felt with that. It took me a few throws to get it back warmed up again, but I think that's all normal.
You caught DeGrom's BP yesterday, right?
Yes.
What were your impressions?
Very special fastball, obviously. It looks different than anybody I've ever caught before. I faced him one time. But seeing him come down the mound like that, and he was probably 85% yesterday, which was impressive by itself. But yeah, he's obviously one of the best pitchers of our generation, so it's great to finally see what it looks like from that perspective.
Here's a dumb question.
You obviously have a lot of responsibility with a lot of these rule changes. What's the experience been for you behind the plate with the pitch clock?
I think the biggest thing you notice is that we just got to be on the same page with the pitchers. In my experience, you get 1 or 2 shakes and then you got to go. So our biggest thing is to get on the same page with the pitchers, what's working well that day, what they want to do, and what they're working on, and then go from there.
You're coming off a really strong year. What was the point of emphasis for you this offseason?
I think it's just getting a consistent spot with my swing and sticking to it. There was some times last year that I wanted to make some swing changes, and it probably wasn't warranted. So this offseason, really just try to get stronger and just get that swing as consistent as I could.
What have you noticed so far? I mean, I know camp hasn't been going on super long, but the impact of Bruce Bochy and this coaching staff.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tremendous difference. When you look at the experience and the leadership around in the room, it changes the dynamic of the clubhouse, and just guys want to, I think, just work harder and get step up to that level. When you got a guy like that with a resume like that, it's special, and I think everybody should be excited.
From a leadership standpoint, what sort of a leadership presence and impact does Marcus have on this team?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, he's been around, and I think he is a leader by example. I think he's the first one on the field every day, and I think he's one of the last ones to leave. So he puts in all the hard work, and he's had a tremendous career so far, and I think he's going to have an even better one going forward.
And then from a pitching standpoint, Martin Perez is on the mound today, and he's obviously going to be leaving to go pitch in the WBC. But as a veteran on this staff, he's not the only veteran, of course, but someone who's been a part of this organization. What does he bring as a leader?
Yeah, I think it's just a stable horse in the rotation. I think it's something that the young guys can live up to, that you don't have to have the most electric stuff, but if you command the zone and command all your pitches, then you can be a leader in a rotation. I think he showed that last year being an all-star, that he doesn't have the most overpowering stuff, but he throws 5 pitches for strikes and then he counts. So when you got that guy, and he's not scared of anything, he's going to come right after you. So when you got that on the mound, it's special.
Your hair seems like straighter than normal. Is any changes to your hair?
No, I think I got a haircut. I think that straightens it out a little bit. I don't know. My wife wants me to get a mullet, but I'm not into that, so we'll see how it goes.
What's the daily hair care plan?
I mean, I think it just depends on the day, if I'm feeling lazy or not. Usually just a wash, condition, let it dry out, a little hairbrush, and go from there.
Who do you think spends the most time in front of a mirror with their hair in this clubhouse?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. Sometimes it's the guys with the short hair that you got to watch out for.
That's fair.
But if I'm going long hair, I'm going to have to go with Josh Smith.
Yeah. Seems like a good answer.
Yeah.